Hello and welcome to your daily mobile game Sizzle with me, Jon Jordan. Today I've got my bowler hat on, we're talking numbers and we have a lovely graph. So last week EA broke out its financial figures for its Q3, which is the period ending the 31st of December 2016. And as part of that we can see EA Mobile's financial figures. So EA Mobile generated $148 million of revenue during that Q3 quarter. That was slightly down on the Q2 period, so it was $1 million down on that quarter. But as you can see from the graph, anything that EA Mobile does in a quarter that's around $150 million is pretty good. It's only done that for 4 quarters, incidentally the last 4 quarters. So we can see from that EA Mobile is actually doing pretty well at the moment. So how well is EA Mobile doing? Well, we can see that with the help of another graph. So at the bottom there we have the columns, that's the quarterly revenue figures we were talking about before, and the line above it is what they call a trailing 12-month line. So the trailing 12 months is if you basically take the last 4 quarters and assume that that was like the end of a financial year. So it's basically how EA has done any quarter plus the 3 quarters previous, and we can see a steady increase there. So we can see right back at the start where EA was slightly under for $500 million of revenue for those kind of 4 quarters, and as time has gone on, it's gone up, and as we can see here, for the first time for the Q3 numbers, it's the first time it's gone over $600 million of trailing 12-month revenue. So what are the games doing this great business for EA Mobile? EA Sports games always do well, and EA Mobile has been really working hard for the last couple of years on getting its sports games doing well in a free-to-play environment and also doing well throughout the year. So obviously with sports it tends to be seasonal, so we've just seen for the Super Bowl's just finished this weekend, so that's a peak of revenue for Madden games across any platform, and then what tended to happen was Madden as a platform, as a game, kind of then dropped off. EA's been much better at keeping it a game, a service that generates good revenue throughout the year. So Madden, it does really well for EA Mobile. FIFA again has done a lot of work. A lot of work's been happening on FIFA to keep it going throughout the year. And EA Mobile also launched a NBA basketball game, and that's been doing pretty well, certainly in the US. And the other game for EA Mobile is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So that game's been out now for over a year. It was released in November 2015, and it's pretty much been a top 50 game in most of the big markets in the world throughout that period of time. There's been some significant updates which have helped that. So guilds were added, and then the end of 2016 there was a massive update which added spaceships, so you can have these spaceship battles now, and that's both those updates have kind of boosted the game back into the top 20 in the US, which is important. Obviously it's very difficult to keep a game in that very competitive top 10, top 20 environment, so it'll be interesting to see how EA Mobile manages to kind of keep that game going as a service. But certainly we can see for the period of 2016 calendar year, where EA Mobile's trailing 12 months revenue has really been boosted past this $600 million mark, a psychological mark maybe, but that's really come from Galaxy of Heroes. So thanks for watching. This is your daily mobile game Sizzle. Come back tomorrow and see what the Sizzle's all about then.